Hi there. So one of the things that I really love about the Pilates method is its efficiency. You really don't need a lot of time to get some amazing results, and because it is so focused on working the center or the core of the body, really almost every Pilates exercise is a core exercise. You can get some amazing results working on that. For myself, I've been wanting to explore how to strengthen my core after a bit of an hiatus. And so that led me back to the specific series of 5 stomach exercises that we typically do on the mat in the classical Pilates sequence. So what I would like to share with you today is a series of about 3 videos where I will show you the classical way we do it on the mat, nothing added, just you. We are using our core, and then we have arms and legs as big levers that actually destabilize the core. And so working on finding that stability is amazing to help you in all kinds of movements, whether you're bending forwards, extending backwards, whether you're side bending, twisting, any kind of activity that you're doing in life, it will help support that. Then, as an added on, I would like to show you how, with a clever addition of springs, we can make this a little bit easier for you if you found the mat exercises challenging, which they really can be. Or if that was pretty easy to you, there are also clever ways in which we can attach the springs to make this more of a challenge for you. So there are options that we have. And then lastly, if you don't have access to springs, but you do have access to a TheraBand and a door, I can show you some ways in which, instead of using springs, we can apply the TheraBand really to give you a similar kind of feedback as what you would have with a spring, but in such a way that you can still feel the exercises and experience the same thing without having to invest in expensive equipment. So join me on the mat and follow along. These are only about 10 or 15 minutes at a time. And so we'll move through these, and hopefully you will experience for yourself what it feels like to discover and engage the core. So if you are new to Pilates, a complete beginner, I would suggest starting just sitting with your knees bent, feet flat on the floor. We really want to aim for the spine being as straight as we possibly can. So really having your sitting bones dig and ground down into the floor. And by the way, this is actually a nice tip as you progress through these exercises, if you can do it 2 or 3 times a week, doing this little bit of a test and seeing how it goes and progresses. So hold on behind your legs, and you're going to curl the tailbone under and start rolling yourself down. Now, if you're really using your arms here to help keep you up, that's perfectly fine. If you feel strong enough, you can actually let an arm go. Here's your check, by the way, and the other arm. And you can already probably see with me, it's quite a tremble that needs to keep me in this position. The core is already activated here. Take your arms back and then roll back up to seated. So that's one way to get into the first position. So you'll sit up tall, curl the tailbone under, and then we're going to roll down. Keep rolling this time, going down, rolling, rolling, rolling. Very good. And then put your hands on your hips, one knee in. See if you can pick up the other knee without moving anything in the spine. You should just feel your lower back parallel to the mat. Hopefully that feels good. Pull your right knee into your chest, so left hand on the right knee, right hand on the right ankle. Use this to pull yourself up, and here we are in the starting position for the stomach series. Now, before we get there, I want to show you one other way to get into this if you're a little bit more advanced. So if you've been doing Pilates for some time, you know the mat sequence, and you know that the stomach series starts just after we've done our rolling like a ball series. So to get into this position, you'll still start pretty much like the beginner here. I'm kind of rolled back onto my tailbone, but I'm going to lift one leg up, lift the other leg up, and this already is a little bit of a balance and a core challenge. And then rolling back from here, same thing, pull the knee into the chest, and here's our starting position. So we're going to do 5 of this, and this is called the single leg stretch. So we're going to do 1, pull in, switch, 2, notice what happens with the head. Our heads are quite heavy and they want to roll back, and see if you can keep the head curled up. You just have 2 more to go, and then we're going to take a quick break. So what's the verdict on the first one? If you have noticed your head slowly migrating down to the floor, you are not alone. That happens to 99.9% of us doing stomach series. And the more you do it, the better used to it you will become. An important thing as well to remember is that when you're curled up in that position, strangely enough, if you're feeling any tension in the neck, a way to release it is to curl up even more, and you will feel some deep stomach activation doing that. Okay, so that was the break done. Let's get back to the second one. Okay, so this was the single leg stretch. We're going to go into the double leg stretch now, which is both knees are in towards your chest. We're going to stretch both legs out, both arms out. Exhale, bring the arms around and bring the knees back into your chest. And that's 1, 2. Exhale to bring it in, 3. Inhale to lengthen, 4. Last one, 5. Did your head migrate down? Mine sure did a little bit. Take a quick break. And then we'll go to the next one. So now you're going to straighten your legs up to the ceiling. We're going to split the legs a little bit. Hold on to your right leg here. And actually your arms here are pulling up your upper body. So hopefully you will not feel anything in your neck if you're curled up high enough. And then we're going to do a scissor movement. So it's pull, 1, 2, split the legs, 1, 2, and 2, and 3. Really pull that leg towards you. 4, it's almost like you're pulling your leg over your head. And last one, 5. And we're going to take a quick break here as well. Take your hands behind your head. Perhaps let your head just move from side to side to release any tension in your neck, if you have that. And now I'm going to take my hands behind my head. Legs are going to go up to the ceiling. Curl the upper body up. Feet in Pilates V, which means heels together, toes apart. And I also feel here like the more I pull myself up, the more core I feel, the less neck I feel. And so here, choose your own adventure. It doesn't matter how far you let the legs drop down, but on the exhale, use the stomach to kind of pull the legs back to the center. So inhale to lower down, and exhale, bring it back. And this is a challenging one to talk through, so I'm just going to do the next 2 ones in silence, a respectful silence. Last one, and exhale, lower everything back down. We have 1 more exercise to go, and that will be the full stomach series of 5. And so this one is called the Criss-cross. And for this one, you want to bring your knees back into your chest again. And hands behind your head. You're going to curl your upper body up. And now we're going to aim for your shoulder going to the opposite knee as you twist your body. The other leg goes out. So it's going to be exhale and switch. And I'm thinking more of bringing my body up than twisting my body too much over to the side. There's still the feeling of length throughout the body. And I can really feel this one in the obliques. Let me know what you feel. Let me know how it goes. So these mat exercises, that can be the last one. The mat exercises are purposefully hard to do. So if by now your stomach is screaming, you're definitely not alone. I'm feeling your pain. But this is a really good way, a kind of like a baseline to show you where you are. What have you noticed during this really short exercise session? Have you noticed some neck pain, the head migrating down, the stomach screaming at you? All of these are good observations, and in the next session I will show you how to use springs to help you to address some of these things.